You know, we use 6XC as a major caliber around here. I've won lots of national championships with it. It's won the across the course portion of the nationals multiple times. It's won the long range multiple times. And its idea development and continual use has kept me glad, I guess, that we did all this years ago. In order to reload your ammo to its optimum degree of usability, we started first with a S7 tool steel die. That's our die, our resize die. This is S7 tool steel. My friends at Reading equated it to a Ferrari versus a case hardened die set as a Volkswagen. Along with that, this sizes the body of the case, okay? The portion from here down, okay? This does. Then we have integral neck shoulder bushings. And if you'll zoom right in on that and you can read it, that one says 268 by 30 degrees. That means it's a 0.268 diameter, and it has a 30-degree shoulder. If I turn it over, you can see that it has a 30-degree cut on it. So this sizes your neck back to a 0.268 diameter, the 30-degree shoulder. That drops right in there. The die set comes also with a 266 by 30-degree bushing die, in case you want to neck turn your cases, or you want to use 22-250 brass, or you want to use 6.5 by 47 brass, or you want to use 6.5 Creedmoor brass, which in fact is basically a copy of the 6XC necked to 6.5. Anyway, these are integral, changeable neck shoulder bushings. Additionally, with this die set, you get a gauge bushing. It says gauge 30 degrees. You gauge, this is kind of like a MIC tool, or it's a resize gauging tool. So you fire your piece of brass, then you take the fired piece of brass, you insert it into the gauge, you turn your dial calipers on, you measure from front to back. It gives you a reading. You lube your case, you run it through the die when it's complete, you pull it out, put this back on, you measure the distance again. You want this distance to have decreased about 3 or 4 thousandths if you want a full length resize your case. Additionally, this comes with a dummy expander mandrel, basically a placebo that holds the ejector pin because it'll fit in this way, or it comes with a tapered expander plug. The tapered expander plug does two things. It lets you use a piece of 22-250 brass if that's what you're interested in, and or it helps takes any nicks or dings out of the inside of the case neck when you size the brass. So when this is all together, this is screwed down, the lock nut is set, this is set engaged, set properly, so that when you run your die up, you're pushing the shoulder back on a fired case a couple of thousandths. So when you set this all up and you resize it, that you're pushing the shoulder of this case down 3 or 4 thousandths for a full length resizing operation. That is a extremely fine resized die. It'll last forever if you keep the cases properly cleaned. All right, on to the cedar. We worked with lots of cedars. This is a Reading competition seating die, but it's had some modifications. Figured out a better way to do it. Don't want to lose the spring. The most important aspect of seating a bullet to get it straight with the case is being able to hit almost where the full diameter of the bullet is the ogive. To that end, we go in and do a modification on the redding die, and we're using a 30 caliber bullet seating stem, not a 6mm bullet seating stem, 30 caliber. What this does is as this bullet is formed and drawn, it has irregularities toward the tip, any of them do. And if you can contact this bullet a bit further down where it is a little bit more uniform in the draw of the jacket, you will seat this bullet straighter in the case. So consequently, we go in and we use a 30 caliber seating stem, and you see it doesn't go down on the bullet all the way. It's got quite a bit of gap between the front of the case. So when you buy a seating die from us, know that it too has been improved so as to improve the overall run out of a loaded round. So when you order a complete die set, you get all of this and lots of experience from loading this cartridge for years.